So I have had such a bad diet. Also, hi, welcome.
Live the life you know is yours, and this is mine. Welcome to week. Oh my gosh. Welcome to week 2. I am editing last week's video right now, and my son just took some time to rest, and I was gonna try to do more editing while he was awake, but just kind of ran into his rest time, and I think I'm just gonna continue doing that because I'm in the mood. But I also wanted a break, and I wanted to say I have been having a hard time with my diet. I've just built this like guilt around all these junk food items that I've gotten addicted to, and I'm trying to change my mindset because the more I see it as guilt or shame or, you know, a restriction or whatever, which honestly happened unintentionally, and I'm never trying to like be on any sort of restrictive diet because I already know that's a yo-yo effect, but somehow I still got the yo-yo effect just from me trying not to be on it. Every time I stress about what I'm eating, I just freak out a little bit, like, oh, I gotta stop, and like, you know, like I say I want to like work on my health, but then I still eat this, and like I just think of it in this like highly sensitive person way where I just overthink other people are judging me in this way. But at the end of the day, like, it's more than that, and it doesn't matter what people are thinking anyway. It's such a mental battle, and the more I stress and worry what other people might think and what I think and what's right and what's wrong, like, it doesn't make the mental battle any easier. So now I'm on this journey to make this mental battle something that I don't blame myself and I don't stress about what other people might think, that I allow myself to just be comfortable. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm trying to help myself not worry about whether someone, you know, would judge me for whatever or not. Like if I want to enjoy a Pepsi with a meal and I'm out and about with my family, I just want it to be a positive experience, not a stressful, guilty, shameful thing. Luckily, my husband is very non-judgmental, and it definitely helps me just focus on how I'm going to deal with it without being affected by maybe someone else's opinion. That being said, the approach I'm taking now is to just focus on good foods. And so today I randomly was like, kind of want that cheesy cauliflower vibe that I was trying to figure out how to, you know, cook like a couple weeks ago. And I bought frozen cauliflower rice and some frozen vegetables, but I never ended up making it. So just now I made up just a really simple recipe. We're gonna see how it goes. And it's literally cheesy cauliflower with some broccoli. I didn't have as much cheese as I thought, so, but it's fine. It's a decent amount of cheese. But I figured if I can find a way to incorporate better foods into my diet, then I know that as time goes on, my body gets cleaned out, that it's going to be harder to handle the junk food, and hopefully we crowd it out. So instead of restricting it and taking it away like I kept trying, I'm just trying to crowd it out now. And so we're going to try this, but yeah. That's my goal. We'll see how it goes, and I will probably share this journey along the way as well as other things I'm working on, which, speaking of which, I made a song. Perhaps I will record me trying to put that song together lately. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Later, perhaps I'll put I give up. Later, I will possibly record myself putting the song together. Yeah. Anyway, this is my meal. We'll see how it tastes. It's still kind of hot. And it's a little watery because I had too much water when I was trying to like steam the cauliflower rice. Like if I had a little bit more cheese and was a little creamier, it could be good. Now that I got my eating out of the way, I'm going to be starting like officially on You Matter Stories again. And if you don't know what that is, and you're happy to be watching this video, it's hard to talk to the camera because I feel like my goal is to document my life and make these videos, but it's not to promote this channel. So I really am not expecting much on posting, but I still feel like I'm talking to strangers. So excuse me while I get used to this. Anyway, so when I moved into this house back in March, which is not that long ago, I put together this space, which right now needs some major cleaning. And I worked long and hard trying to figure out a layout, and I had a really hard time. Now that I've been working in what is the current layout, which I actually have a video on my main channel, I feel like the lighting is my biggest concern. In this main section where I put all my sewing stuff, there are only 2 windows, and those are the 2 windows that you see in the background. So now I'm actually at a place where I kind of think that I should change the layout. So I was trying to figure out if I'm going to be doing that before I officially start my bigger projects. Okay, here's my idea. All right, so besides the fact that my son was doing his state cards, he likes the United States. He's literally almost 4 years old and has memorized every single state. Anyway, so we're going to ignore his little mess he left there. But this is this side of the room. And that's that side. And as you can see, everything is over there. Now, it's okay with lighting because I have those overhead hanging lights, but the problem I'm having is that I struggle to get to that because I always somehow block it, and that cupboard is there, so it's hard to open the blinds easily because I have to like literally move the stuff because I can't actually reach. Like, this is as far as I can go. I'm so close. Ugh, there we go. So it's really annoying because literally like I hit this and I'm just leaning over. All I have is like my cutting table and my ironing board, and I do spend a lot of time at my cutting table. However, I always need this overhead light because like I can see for the most part, but usually when I'm cutting and patterning, I really need to see. So I'll typically turn on that light for more. So either way, I have to use the light to see all the little details as I'm cutting or patterning or whatnot. That being said, I really want my window to cause light on the main work area because over here, it just feels so shadowed. And I'm struggling. I love my SH wall. It's like my main wall and everything. And I love having like my sewing machine right there. Like, it's been the look of my space for a long time. So now I'm at a point where I'm thinking, is there a way for me to utilize the window light and have my desk over there or my desks and try to figure out a way to create a space that is going to be functional and work for me at least well enough, you know? I think it's time, maybe, I switch around this room before I begin a new journey in my life. I feel like for me, new room, new layout, all of that has always really motivated me because I'm very affected by my surroundings. So it's always motivated me to like start fresh and just like get things done. And I think I'm in need for that right now because I'm starting You Matter Stories, which is like reviving it after a really long hiatus. And now it includes my fashion design, which is actually my original dream to have a fashion designer, and I'm just so excited to see this come to life. And I will share like the YouTube channels where you can find all this stuff at, because all of my sewing will be at my Stephanie.Harford channel, and all of the You Matter Stories videos of people's stories along with my fashion design is going to be at You Matter Stories, that YouTube. So, on this channel, it's all the behind the scenes, me vlogging my life. So you're going to see a bit of that as well. But I feel like having a new room, new space, and changing up the layout might actually motivate me to see my life as like, you're different now, you're changed now, like, let's change it. I know it hasn't been in this position as long, but I still truly think that it's time to change it up. I'm gonna play around with some ideas. I might even move things around, but otherwise I'll update later. Okay, so there's this dress I wanted to make, and this is like the vibe of the fabric. I was thinking like some sequins in, but I can't afford the good stuff and what I really want, but this kind of mimics the vibe from a distance. Like up close, you just have sequins and velvet, and I'm debating this, but like I need about 10 yards to be safe, and that's like $100. It's for like a personal project that I actually can't share. So I don't know if I'm going to go with this fabric or not. Yeah, I'm keeping it secret, and I don't even think I'll come out with, like, I don't even think anyone will even ever see it or know about it until next spring, because it's going to take me a while to work on. Not the dress, but like what I'm working on. So we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, this is what I do. Sometimes I just get online and randomly look at fabric. But anyway, I did some brainstorming on the room, and my idea is to turn these 2 desks into like an L shape, but doing it over here. I can't stand my hair. It always just like dries. Like, I feel like I remind myself when I was literally in middle school. And I don't want to have middle school Stephanie hair. Also, I really need to do something with it, because what is this? just ignore him, you know? We will have a hair, like, glow up session soon where I'll just fix my hair for once and maybe do a face mask. Anyway, someone complimented one of my videos I put up, but it was like an older video, and I was wearing one of my dresses and my hair was way longer, and I also was like not as big. I don't even know, like, shoot, like 35 pounds ago or something. Why am I in the bathroom now? My arm hurts. Okay, but anyway, I was wearing it and my hair was so long in the video, and I was like dancing around in my dress, and they like said nice mane, and I knew they were talking about my hair, and I was like, big deal. I worked really hard on it, and then I cut it all off, and now it's growing back again, and I want it to be long again. That would be nice. Right now well, it's not straightened, so it looks shorter. It's getting there. We're getting there. It's up here, and I want it down to about here. Or maybe my lower back. Yeah, maybe my lower back. All right, well, I think there's nothing to it but to do it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and move stuff around. But I have to clean first, because a clean room is much easier to organize. To a new day. It's actually halfway through the day, but you're probably gonna see me in this a lot until it's winter, and then I'm gonna be in sweaters a lot. It's fine. Update on the status of the room. I still haven't done anything for it today, and I kind of just spent a lot of time doing other things during my son's rest time, but I think he ended up falling asleep, possibly. I don't know. He's just laying in his bed, so I'm trying to squeeze in a little bit extra while he's there. I've got my white cupboard thingy, cabinet thingy that I had in the corner there. I'm just trying to, in my brain, sort out what layouts. Right now I have it where the desk is like pulled away from the wall. This will not be there. It's just currently there right now. Look, making healthy habits sometimes means giving yourself a little bit of your old life so you don't freak yourself out, okay? Anyway, it is literally a disaster. I totally meant to clear the desk first, but I didn't. We might still do that. We'll see what happens. I was time-lapsing, as you probably saw. I gotta get back to work. Song the other night, and I'm gonna like play around with the chords. This has like a smart chord thing, and it tells me what chord I'm hitting, and I'm not very educated because I'm self-taught. I really only know the basics. But anyway, it's called I Wish I Was. It goes, when the people show up surrounding you with love and it feels... Anyway. People show up surrounding you with love and you look so happy. That's A sharp minor. Possibly D sharp minor. No, you're than it's more. Now I have the lyrics. It's more. I'm struggling over here. G flat, B flat minor, and then E flat minor, and then maybe it's that. More than, hold on, more than it's more than I'll ever know. Yeah, okay. And it's more than something like that. Let's try that, whatever that is. Here's some post-shower vocals, turban and all. Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. I didn't take the best breath there. Find that once again you long to take back and be free. If you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me. I kind of like it in the shower. That's right. We're going there. We're going there, guys. We're going in the shower. Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Remember me trying too hard to. I don't even know the lyrics. When you call and once again I long to take a back. 'Cause when I call and once again you. Why don't I remember the lyrics? Remember me trying too hard to put you from my mind. And when you long, why don't I remember the lyrics here? I don't remember, so I sing. Find a moment, spare a thought for me. Think of all the things we share. You get the point. Something else that I was having fun in the shower was going like the siren thing. Can you imagine just singing that? See that difference? That's like, there's this middle range. Like, I can do the deep. I can sing deep like this, but as soon as I go to about here, I struggle. Okay, I struggle more than that usually. I can sing like just about here, and as I go down, it becomes a little harder to do vibrato. Okay, I did a little bit. And I can sing this deep and sound like a man when I sing and turn into Kermit. Breathe. I can sing in the middle range, and I'm trying not to crack my voice. I guess it helped to warm it up, but this is much too high. I had to switch into my head voice, and that's okay. When the people show up, surrounding you with love, and you look so happy, you look so loved, there's no doubt in this world, you know your worth and it's more than I'll ever know, or so I think. I question myself one too many times. Sometimes I cry just knowing that on my birthday no one will notice, and then I'll think maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I just wish I was. I don't know why do I feel so much hurt in my heart, the way that they love you for just who you are. I haven't been vlogging or recording much since that last shot, so here's the update. We're getting there. Iron station is up. This is the desk setup I ended up going with. I have those little thingies back there. Oh yeah, this little thing, I think I'm gonna move them over, but let's get her in here. And then we can take this string off. There we go. Take that string off because I don't need it now. I just need to string that power strip along the wall, but for now we're just gonna let it be. I do need to put her sleeves on, and now I just have to find something to decorate the corner so that it looks cute. I don't exactly know what. This, because I feel like that could be really cute. And then because I just have a total empty spot on that wall, I was actually thinking this one, I don't really want it over there anymore. It could be on the little encouragement wall. I don't know, I can rearrange. The other shelf lost its spot because of the cabinet, and I have to make sure the cabinet can open. Let's check. Yeah, okay, so we're good with that. It can be kind of low, you know? That'd be weird. I'll figure it out. Okay, and I just got some fabrics that I need to put away. You know what's funny? Every time I work with delicate fabrics, I'm trying to avoid it touching my ring finger, but I took my wedding ring off and I ended up gaining a lot of weight. I can't get my ring back on. So then I have a backup ring, but that ring isn't as high quality as my actual wedding ring, but it's like a nice one, but I don't want to wear it all the time in case like the coating came off. I'm so used to having my diamond on, even though it's been a while since I've not been able to put it back on. I got scared when I tried last time. And so I'm always trying to avoid it because it snags easily. But it's funny that it's even like when I'm interacting with my son, I'm trying to avoid like him, you know, playing, and it's like, oh, my finger, like I don't want to scratch him. I'm so used to protecting that finger. It does make me sad that I can't fit it right now. There's some fabrics that are just like sticking out so much. I can't, there we go. This cabinet has my lace, so we can put this black lace in here. Okay. Oh, back to the other cabinet because we got to put some bed sheets away. This cabinet has, oh, there's no room for bed sheets. Shoot, but I could shove them up here. I have room in my closet, but I'm just gonna leave these out because I think I'm gonna make something with them sooner than later. All right, so I'll put the bed sheets there. I got these at Joann, like on sale, because I just thought they were so gorgeous. And I also think that they would make beautiful things to frame the camera and like take a picture through it. So that's partly why I got it. But I have no vase or anywhere to actually put them in this room. When I was younger, I used to, you know, dream of being able to get certain things for photos. And I think that like now, years later, there's a part of me that wants to, I don't know, fulfill like these wishes that I had when I was younger. And it's kind of sad because it's like now I'm not even doing the things that I was doing back then to like justify the purchases, but yet here I am still wanting to get them, you know what I mean? For example, I also have this. How pretty is this vibe? Feels like it's missing a little bit to complete the full vibe, but it's still really pretty. What do we do with this? Well, we just pretend like we do have somewhere to put it. There. Also, I still haven't opened the Cricut, but it's just because I've had a lot of things I've been doing and there's plenty of time left in life. I would love to have a moment where I actually, you know, learn the Cricut and stuff. And they already came out with the Cricut Maker 4 and this is the Cricut Maker 3, and I was actually thinking about seeing if I can swap that. Since it's unopened, it's literally still taped shut, and they still sell that in the store for full price. But I figured since I'm gonna do this later on in life, it would be nice to get the most updated one, and now is my chance while this Cricut Maker 3 is, you know, full price still and like at the store, and most likely take it. Anyway, so I might do that this weekend and swap it out. I really like the Maker 4, it looks much nicer. And then if that's the case, then I will unbox it and actually put it out. But I'm glad I kept this box because it's giving me the option to swap. Okay, let's turn off some like really bright lights. Oh, I had both girls there, but I decided last minute to just put the other one like over here. I don't know if it looks weird like that though. I could remove that because that little cute thingy, oh my gosh, right here, that. I could probably remove that and put her right there. That might actually work better. And then I can put that closer to where it makes more sense. I actually need that closer to the cutting table. I mean, maybe I can just put it there instead of the shelf. We can just put that little, yeah, that could be an idea. Let's try that. I feel like that I can and I will seems a little small over there, so you know, a little random, so it's like I could always try to rearrange if I want, but for now we'll just let it be. Who knows? Let's put the dress form over there. There, not too shabby, just got the cool random things over here. Just so you can see, that's what we have so far. Maybe just imagine that cutting board clean. Lots of space. I am using wide angle. This is normal angle. I just gotta figure out where this ring light goes. I've not been getting good sleep, so I decided I would nap instead of work on anything today. But I also just like don't feel like napping. I just feel numb, like I don't feel like doing anything. But I'm hungry, but I don't know what to eat. Pretty sure we're just having bad sleep consistently, struggling with my diet and my mood, and being alone a lot, which is kind of the root of the problem for me. I end up in this bad cycle and bad eating and all of that because I am drained from being alone all the time. I get energy from like connecting with someone and sharing passions, and it's so hard when like you can't really find people to connect and share passions with like in person. So like physically and psychologically, like I feel and am not around people like that, and all I have is my phone. Makes me feel like I'm interacting with people, but in reality, like no one's here, no one's around me. My husband's working, he's not a creative person, so I can't connect on that I can't connect with him in that way. Anyway, it's a horrible cycle that I feel stuck in, and I keep trying to find people, but something goes wrong. They move away, they're busy, or I just don't find that kind of people. Anyway, I'm gonna see if maybe I can squeeze in a little nap before my son gets out of his room, and hope that perhaps it'll help me a little bit because I feel so tired. My husband was at home 2 nights ago, and I just like usually don't sleep very well on those nights. So anyway, it's time to rest. Wish me luck. When I told you I was gonna live in this outfit, I meant it. Okay, so I haven't used my blow dryer brush in a long time, so I decided to use it. And my hair is feeling so soft. I do need to give it like a little bit of a trim because for some reason the ends feel a little dead. But besides that, I got it all made. Anyway, felt like I needed to try that again at some point. I feel like tomorrow it'll be much softer. I did use a heat protectant before blow drying it. There you have it. Mommy makeover. That's all I did though. Can't sleep. A but someone can. Is that yummy? I got barbecue chicken, and Darren has the all meat ultimate, which I'll want a slice. And we got Pepsi, super healthy. Aiden's got lemonade. What do you have?
Dr. Pepper with Orange Crush.
Oh. Anyway, we're here at Abby's Legendary Pizza here in Oregon, and sat by the window and the stuff behind us. Cheese. Was the pizza good, bud? Was it good? Was it good? Guys, I think I'm like 50% there. Maybe more. By 50%, I mean like in remembering to vlog. Definitely forgot a lot of things, but I remembered the pizza place, so that's good. And I'm pretty sure that was the last thing I recorded until now. So been talking to the bestie. She's doing some exciting things for her online shop, and I'm doing some exciting things for my YouTube. I've been in a little bit of a, let's just say, YouTube rut. Every video I have posted since I moved to this house has disappointed me with views and has felt like a total flop from what was happening before I moved here. Not blaming the house by any means, but I was really thrown off my game from moving, like not having a sewing room for 2 months, or not a functional one, I should say, because I also had to put together the rest of the house. Packing and unpacking was done completely alone while my husband continued to work, full time, and also he doesn't know where anything goes. So I unpacked and organized the entire house on my own, which means I had to put off my sewing room every now and then, but like eventually it got put together. Now it's in a totally different layout, but because of that, by the time I came back, like my views weren't very good. And then on top of that, my brain doesn't work right now. On top of that, I like pretty much just fell out of the habit because I got so used to not working anymore, like 2 months off of sewing, and I would organize something, I would make something, I'd put something together, I'd try to come in here, but then I got really tired. I finally finished and I took a break, and it just felt like I just hadn't sewn in so long that I entered like a new phase, I guess you could say. And that's been my problem, is that something throws me off and then I go into this like coma where I'm not sewing, I'm not working, and it's like every day for at least a couple weeks or more. In this case, it was like 2 months or more. And then I finally miss it all and I want to get back to it, try to get back to it. And then by the time I do, I'm just like slapped in the face with how YouTube suddenly is just like not like working out as best as I thought. And I'm pretty sure I have my first, I'm pretty sure my latest video is like the worst ever, and that's that I didn't think anything could be worse than when I made a little knit smock dress, which honestly, okay, that thumbnail wasn't the best either, but still, I don't know how I am, it is what it is at this point. I'm just trying to stay positive, because you literally never know when everything could change, like completely. You just keep going, you just keep pushing, moving forward, putting your all in. It could change at any moment. Miracles happen all the time. That's my hope, that it's gonna pay off. I want to be able to have the freedom to create videos and share what I want, and share my life of sewing and everything. Like, I want to be able to do that, work from home, and hopefully eventually work with someone. I definitely have lots of space here for someone to come join me. My floral blanket isn't showing. My friend left this blanket. I think she gave it to me, actually. I don't know. That being said, stay positive, stay hoping, stay wishing. I like how I'm saying this and it's like this is my vlog channel. Like, I'm not even promoting this channel, but you never know who's gonna watch it. So I'm here to just say, keep going. Honestly, just saying it to my future self, Stephanie, keep going. It's gonna pay off. And then you're gonna be like pulling from this video someday in one of your little documentary like updates. Trust me. Okay. Love you. We came out here to do a little bit of swimming. Look how clear this is. Look at that. I don't know what he's doing. We are just exploring the river. Aiden's with the sitter, but we got here like an hour later than planned, so we literally barely have like 10 minutes left, and we've only been here for like 40 minutes, so maybe 30 minutes. But anyway, also, I could go underwater. We're about to leave because we literally have like 5 minutes, and I tried to see if maybe he could stay longer at the sitters, but that service, and I have no idea if she's gonna get it in time. But if not, we have to leave like at that time, so it was a good 5 minutes. Now we're gonna go. Hey. Oh gosh, it's dark. Hold the phone. I warned you guys that I'm gonna be wearing this a lot. I keep putting it on. I need to throw it in the wash again though, because I wear it a lot. Oh, my hair's crazy. I typically just wear it in the house though. I don't even like it, like the look of it. I think it's ugly, but it's so comfy. End of the week time. Just wanted to say thank you for watching if you happen to be my friend or my sister, because I am not promoting this channel. It was a fun week. I'm just kidding. It was a fun weekend. The week was a little boring. Yeah, I just have been really thinking about my music, as you saw, and I've been trying to just get this in my head, the idea of allowing myself to practice and be loud if I need to, like to not hold back because I'm scared that like, oh, someone's gonna hear me. Like, yes, I have to be considerate considering I have a kid who sometimes is napping or sleeping, you know, and I don't want to wake him, disturb him. I don't want to, you know, cause chaos, if you will. I might get a vocal damper for that, but besides that, I just want to be able to tell myself it's okay to not be as good as you can be and try to get better, which is weird to say, I know, because like, of course it's okay, but actually tell myself like, you don't have to be perfect to share your music. I mean, I tried to make my songs, like my final songs, I try to make them as good as I can get, but I'm never going to get better at singing if I always shy away from trying to get better in the way that I think that I need it, and not just like, because I hide it from people, but it's like something that has helped me is I actually shared a snippet of one of my previous videos that I made for this vlog of me singing on TikTok, and I got like random strangers leave really nice comments, and I got like over 68 likes on this video. And I was surprised, you know, that it was kind of making its rounds on TikTok. Even just a little bit, it's like 600 something views. Or 400? I can't remember, something like that. I thought to myself, like, if I just admit to the world around me that I want to get better, and then I'm going to practice it, then if I don't sound as good now, it's like my way of having a before, kind of like for someone who wants to go on a weight loss journey or something, which I've been there. You're okay with posting a picture when you don't like how you look, because in your mind the after picture is going to be better and amazing, and that the before picture becomes an afterthought. And I think the same applies in music, and I have to view it in that way. If you believe you'll get better, then you don't care that you're not as good in that moment, because you know that that's going to change. And I feel like I finally am at a point where I'm willing to admit that I want to be better, and that I might not actually sound as good in some moments, but that's okay. Beforehand, it's like, I just didn't share it. If I didn't sound as good, I didn't share it. Even professional singers have their moments, and I just have to remind myself, like, nobody is perfect all the time. Pitch correct or auto-tune, whatever you want to call it, is common and typical even with professionals in music studios. Like, you know, the better you are, the less you notice it anyway. They might sound perfect in their studio version, but like, that's because someone's going to listen to it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And so they're trying to make sure it's as best as it can get. And not everyone has to do that. But my point is that they're going to perfect their studio versions, and I can do that too. But also being aware that their voices aren't perfect 100% and mine will never be either. And knowing that we're on the same ground. Another thing that I want to do is learn my unique voice. Like, what makes me and my voice unique to me, you know? Instead of wanting to sound like other people, which is an easy thing. My bangs are going crazy. I just cut them, but like, this is how my hair dries. I wanted to sound, you know, a certain way where I'm like, I want to have a voice where people are like drawn to it. They want to know more. But perhaps me trying to have a certain voice is making me miss out on what is unique to me that would actually sound good as me and not as anyone else. I've had my moments where I was actually really proud of something that I said or sang in a song where I'm like, ooh, I like how I did that. Some of them I'm like, ooh, I like that, but like, man, if I could just practice it more, you know? I keep hearing people on these videos I've been watching about how singers, you train your voice just like athletes, because like just like athletes train their muscles for whatever sport they're learning. It's like a sport, and you have to treat it like as if you're an athlete. You have to grow that muscle. And that gave me a lot of hope, because I've never done that for my actual chest voice. No training whatsoever. And by that I mean I hold back out of fear that someone's gonna hear me. So when I do it randomly with no warm-ups because I want to try it in a song and I'm like, oh, I don't like that, it's kind of whiny, it sounds a little stressed, little strained, you know, I can tell I'm going trying to get that, you know, that note out there. I've been watching so many videos and it's just like, why didn't I ever do this before? These videos have made me feel so much better, because I keep hearing these repeated things and tips and advice and information and the science of the voice and all this stuff that has given me so much hope and so much encouragement. And it's just like, if you don't train those muscles, it's going to be hard to use them. But don't stress your muscle. Don't strain your muscle. Train your muscle. No. And I started to play back my life and I realized, yeah, I have been too afraid to even try to train that, you know, to even try to sing or breathe the right way or whatever the case. Like, I just held back, and instead I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I just stuck with a voice that was a little bit quieter. And even then, there's a louder version of my head voice that I have barely started to witness more in the recent years. And even then, I wasn't even warming up. I've never done warm-ups. I did a little bit of warm-ups the other day before recording another song. And oh my gosh, that made a big difference. And I thought, what have I been missing out on? If you happen to watch this as a stranger, seeing as I don't promote, and you are curious of how my journey will go, I will be sharing it here. Either way, I want to look back on this video and my other videos to see how I developed in that area. But also, I just am happy that I'm recording live. I'm not 100%, but I'm definitely getting a little bit better. I almost forgot while we were at the river, so I'm glad I remembered last minute and got some shots. Needless to say, this is where we will end the video. So thanks again for watching. I'm actually going to go ahead and edit the video on a Sunday night because it's technically Monday. Anyway, love you. Bye.